Shalom. The 15 Psalms that are headed as Psalms of Ascent, these 15 are concluded with the Psalm that I'm about to read for you now, Psalm 134, a song of ascent. Now bless the Lord, all you servants of the Lord who stand nightly in the house of the Lord. Lift your hands toward the sanctuary and bless the Lord. May the Lord, maker of heaven and earth, bless you from Zion. Historically, this is a reference to the priests and Levites who would observe and watch the daily sacrifices all the way into the evening, especially the Korban Tamid, the perpetual sacrifice that burned day and night, had to be maintained and tended by the priests. So this was a 24/7 kind of job that they carried out. They would lift their hands toward the sanctuary and bless the Lord as a sign of praise and as a sign of thanksgiving, but also as the pilgrims were about to return to their homes after having ascended to the holy city during the pilgrimage festivals. The priests are about to now send them off with the words of blessing. May the Lord bless you, or the Lord, maker of heaven and earth, bless you from Zion. And with that idea, the people would depart from the holy city and go back to their regular daily lives, having received the blessings of God through the agency of the priests. What interests me here is an insight that ties in with human psychology and the way we approach our relationships with other people. There's a two-way blessing going on here. God blesses the people through the priests, and the priests bless God on their own behalf and also on behalf of the people. So you have the people blessing God, God blessing the people. And the blessing idea, bracha, entails both praise, appreciation, thanksgiving, awareness of coexistence in a sacred space. The blessing really is a reflection of a mutual love in a relationship. The two parties in that relationship are certainly aware of each other's failings and shortcomings. Clearly, God is aware of our shortcomings, of our transgressions, in ways that other people cannot be, and even in ways that we ourselves cannot be. By the same token, we can feel an awareness and even an attitude of challenging God at times when we feel that life is unjust, when good people suffer, when people suffer an untimely death, when we experience a pandemic that has taken the lives of so many in our world today, a society in turmoil, with some of our, indeed many of our institutions in upheaval, and we wonder, where is God through all of this? It is easy to say that we can find God's presence in the birth of a child, in the beauty of nature, in the love that we share with one another. God's presence certainly is in evidence and can be found in so many aspects of human life and existence. And yet, it's hard to get around the idea that the world is far from perfect. And we sometimes wonder not only if we can be doing a better job in managing the world, but even if God could be doing a better job running the world. So we might be critical of God, and incidentally, there is a long tradition of that kind of attitude in the Hasidic literature and Hasidic stories of people who are righteous, but at the same time suffer terrible indignities and horrible kinds of experiences in their lives, and wonder, if I'm such a good person and if I try my best to live righteously and to do God's will, why do all these terrible things have to happen to me? And they challenge God, even so much as staging in one Hasidic story a kind of a court, a court case in which the people are prosecuting their case against God and accusing God of treating them unfairly and of failing to reward their good deeds and their righteousness with the blessings that they deserve. So we as Jews are not shy about questioning God or wondering, why can't things be better for us when we try our very best to do well and to live righteously and lovingly with one another? Having said that, we still bless God, and God blesses us, even though God knows our failings. But that doesn't get in the way, and we don't let it get in the way, because that is what a loving relationship is all about. The partners in a loving relationship are aware of each other's shortcomings, and in spite of that, and sometimes even because of that, they continue to bless each other and love one another. Blessing through expressing gratitude and appreciation, and loving one another through giving and through expressing that love in the way that, or in the acts and deeds that they do for one another, the embrace, the loving gesture, the loving words, all those things as highlights of the way loving partners in a relationship get along with one another. Part of the key of that is avoiding judging one another too harshly. There's an old expression found in some circles that says that if we are inclined to criticize another person and judge him or her harshly, hold up a mirror in front of us, because in reality, we are really critiquing ourselves. We are seeing something in that other person that we don't like within ourselves. So instead of judging them harshly, take a moment to judge ourselves, but don't do any of that harshly. Get over the judgment, get over this overly critical attitude and way of looking at other people. Cut through all of that, put it aside, and realize that it is our job to bless one another and to love one another in spite of our failings and shortcomings, and sometimes even because of those failings and shortcomings. Because it's through that awareness of our humaneness and humanity and our imperfections that we can truly understand that each and every one of us is walking this spiritual life's journey together, hand in hand, arm in arm, in a mutual embrace of spiritual love and appreciation. None of us is perfect. It's impossible to be that way. So let's understand that we can bless each other and hold and build one another up through that understanding. Thank you.